face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. Talk your face off. To talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off.
Ta-da! Pablo, he's ready to go.
Live from the race trailer, man.
Race trailer, and we're trying to decide whose feed is glitching. Is it mine or is it his? Because we can't tell. But he says I'm freezing. I say he's freezing. I'm guessing it's him because I tested my internet speed and it seems good.
Well, you know what I should do? I should go sit in the corner. Do you know why?
Uh-oh. You forgot something?
No. Because then it's always 90 degrees.
Nice. That's hot, though. Nobody wants 90 degrees nonstop. Pablo is stop motion, so it is you.
Okay.
Harley's here, and I've been debating about whether or not we do like a RC telethon event.
Telethon? What?
Yeah, like, so I have an event that I'm going to this weekend, but it's not an RC event, and the RC events that I was planning to go to are now no longer taking place, which we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about that. And so then I was like, joking with my wife that the king of RC needs to go down to Beat the Creek because I've seen some people are going to be there that he has a little beef with. And I'm like, but I got this hotel I've paid for in Detroit for fishing, and I'd have to get someplace to stay there and fees and gas. I was like, we should just do a telethon to get the king of RC down to Beat the Creek.
There you go.
Put a whooping on Josh. I think it would hurt my son's feelings though.
Oh, if he wasn't able to go?
Well, if he wasn't able to go fishing, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if there's enough room on the other boats. We got like 15 people going and 3 or 4 boats to the Detroit River to do some walleye fishing.
So speaking of youths, I have a youth here.
Hello.
That's on. She's going to be doing. We were going to have the RC Pro Shop. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Sent out. Was planning on sending out some charging leads, and I wanted to have her open it since it's for the girls program. Come over here. So since it's for the girls program, I wanted to have her open it.
Back up more toward where you are, Pablo.
Huh? Oh,
have her back up so you can see on the table.
Here, I'll do this.
Or tilt down. That would work as well. We got a lot of ceiling going on.
There you go. Tilt down. All
a lot
right,
of headroom up there. You're good.
I keep on beeping them in here, and we're in an enclosed pit trailer. And she's like,
send help.
Got to, right? Ooh, that one's, that one's stinky.
Oh, dude.
Here, I'll cut it open. You open it.
I'm so glad that this is not smell-o-vision. My son was just saying that movies need to add smells.
What? It's pretty bad. Pretty stinky. All right, so here we go.
Get out of there. She's like, let me open this and run.
I know. Go ahead. Yeah, open it. Ooh, those are cool. Here, open them up. Yeah, open them up.
Sweet looking.
So show them to the camera.
Hold them for a second, though, because you're stop motion.
There you go.
Those look awesome.
Okay, so open one up so we can see
even the ends of them are pink.
Yeah. So here, hold it. You open it, and I'll hold the tag up.
How does he do the different color plastic? Does he get white and then dye them?
I don't know. So this is who does it.
DRC, Jonathan RC.
Yep.
All electric pink.
So let's see. I can't see the chat, which is kind of sucky, but that's okay.
Yep, I'll try and keep up on it.
Okay.
They're talking about he moved and instantly froze. So they're saying you're the stop motion.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully your audio will keep good.
Yeah. Okay.
Audio sounds good on my end, at least.
Okay.
JMR says he's going. Ollie,
Nice.
I know he's going. I saw on his video. I know that Hemi Storm
Whoa.
is going.
These aren't gonna break.
These are
Those
massive.
are massive.
So we have
Holy
problems.
cow.
We
Are they
always
gonna-
have
Is
problems.
your body gonna fit on there? Will it bend enough?
Well, these are just to charge it.
Oh,
So look, he even did pink balance
yeah.
port.
That's what I was saying. Does he?
Oh, and look at this. He
Whoa.
did our logo
Oh, on the wrap.
on the wrap,
How are
Ah.
people so cool?
right?
What machine do you
dude.
have that lets you do that? Because I want one.
That is sick.
That's
Is the other one the
I need
same
it
way?
for cable so I legit want to know how he does that.
looks the same.
I don't know. So that's the other cool thing with all the stuff going on. It says handcrafted with pride, made in the USA.
Okay, so no tariff on that,
That's awesome.
except for maybe the supplies that go into those. But
Yeah, but dude, these are like beefy. Look at that's awesome.
not gonna pull that cable out when you tug on it.
No, and so what we have problems with, we do so much charging in the girls program and RCU. These little leads right here, the
Like
balance
in the
lead.
battery, yeah.
Oh, dude, those get frayed up so bad. But
So
Yeah.
much. Like every race one comes off.
yeah, and I'm always soldering them on.
Sorry.
These are awesome.
Very cool.
So cool.
You have
I
to do
love-
a reel on those.
Yeah,
I want to know how he shrink wrapped that and how he got the logo on the shrink wrap.
yeah. So if you go to this website, it's drcproshop.com. If you go to his website, it has, you can send them your logo and get a custom one printed.
Pablo, throw the link when you can. I'll put it in the chat. What's the
It's
web on it?
DRC Pro Shop. Yeah, here's
Pro Shop.
Here's a QR code.
Yeah, well, that's gonna not work super great.
No?
All right, I just dropped it.
Okay.
So he's got
I know, those are rad.
lots of print options. I want to know how he printed on that shrink wrap.
Yeah,
That is tight.
that's so cool. This is going to be rad. The girls are going to totally dig it. Like, totally dig it. So, very cool. And so he has a bunch of different options. He has a bunch of different lengths of leads. This is perfect because we'll probably end up, I'm not sure if we're going to end up leaving the cars and just charging in the car. I know that's like a no-no, but we'll figure it out.
Dude, he offers to just do custom printed heat shrinks
Yeah.
on here.
You need some King of RC prints.
Dude, if I could just get the face of him on like I did on those stickers, the
Yeah.
King of RC approved on
Yeah.
heat shrink stuff.
That'd be cool. So it matches all of our pink stuff. So I've got
What I
pinkish.
honestly need it for is cables for like music cables.
Oh yeah,
We have
there
a
you
whole
go.
snake of them to put them over
Yeah.
and label what they are.
Look,
Wow,
look at this.
those are awesome.
I feel like trains, planes, and automobiles. Huh? 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 Huh?
Good movie.
Those aren't pillows.
Colin B just ordered LMT 2.0. Can't wait to get it. So I was at a hobby shop today.
Oh, sorry.
I
He
shouldn't
sent
have
us.
gone, but I was so upset. Oh, those are great looking stickers. He does stickers. He does a whole bunch of stuff, guys. On here it says phone charge cables, power cables, sensor wires, heat shrink, soldering, swag, electronic services, pit products, all kinds of stuff, lipo bags. He's got all kinds of goodies. He's got the bat safe.
Yes. Go check it out.
Hold it still. Hold it. You're moving it. Remember your stop motion. Hold it completely still. Your fingers over the details. And your right finger. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Boom.
Hopefully you can see that. It's a little grainy, but we're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, now I can see you
Pacific
moving.
Northwest is left out. No RC Fest at all. Just local events.
I know.
Well, so that's one of the things that we're talking about, and we talked about it this morning. Did you end up getting that podcast up? I didn't get on.
No, today was crazy busy for me.
We recorded a podcast while we were driving, talking conspiracies and a whole bunch of just smack talk about. I don't even remember what. So let's talk about what the news is. It is funny because Harley mentioned it in his Scale News about
Hold
the
on 1
question
second.
marks behind it.
Or I can just do this.
Yep. He was talking about the question marks behind Axial Fest and how there was the sign up, but you couldn't get tickets. And we'd been just talking about it recently here because people were wanting to go. And I'd also been mentioning how I was getting my monster trucks ready because I wanted to take them to Horizon RC Fest now that my weekends are suddenly available again. And so I kind of heard through the grapevine after I mentioned that some things may or may not be being canceled.
Right.
And I was just waiting for it. I might have even accidentally alluded to it on one of these 2 weeks ago. On accident. I didn't say it. I might have said, well, maybe we'll hear more soon. I think I even kind of like might have tipped my hat a little bit to what I'd
Let
kind
the
of
cat out
heard.
of the bag a little bit.
But I didn't. I mean, nobody knew what it was exactly. And even in my last podcast, I had kind of was going to go down that thing, but I couldn't about talking about. It's just tough. Like I was waiting to hear, but I think, for them too, it's like maybe next week the tariffs. Like somebody's gonna just lower their guard. It's all gonna go away, and it just isn't. They're just two guys on the
Well, it's kind of one of those things where
playground
it's
that
like
just won't put down.
Yeah, and it's like if you wait too long, it's gonna pass you by. So it's like you got to act before that. So
right, yeah. And so they're kind of playing that waiting game, but also you can't wait too long. But yeah, so I was feeling a little bad, and I went to an RC shop to take care of myself.
Your fix.
Yeah.
Therapy.
So I
Therapy, she says.
Yeah. All right. Let me hit the comments here. I just posted the RC Pro Shop. Super's in here. Max Paul 11. Actual 32 says he wants to get to one. That trailer is definitely interrupting some signal strength, he says.
Oh no.
I almost wonder if you just go straight to sell and get rid of the other, so it's not.
That's what I'm on right now. But I think it's
sell.
Yeah, but I'm like in this like little gray area of our driveway.
Okay.
Like if I go 50 feet the other way, let's see if this helps all.
Well, if
I go like 50 feet in the driveway the other way,
yeah,
it like really makes a difference. But my trailer's not there.
But it doesn't do your Wi-Fi doesn't reach out there either, so then that's even worse, right?
Right.
Trying to grab it.
Right. Well, I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore though.
Josh says, "Come join me, Tony." Yeah, I'm really, really. It's so like last minute, and I'm still like, So the second that I heard that the event wasn't going to be happening, when I heard it, I was like, shoot, I should go to Beat the Creek then. I should. And then I started like getting everything ready, to get tickets and stuff. I'm like, oh crap, that's when we've got the fishing trip. And that's been planned for a hot minute. Go back to where you were. I don't think it's that much better right here.
Okay.
Oh, actually, it's pretty good, actually.
Is it better there?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's the other thing. It was all the way underneath. I have a tin foil on my roof here, so.
Insulation.
Yep.
So I was planning to try to go, and then I realized, we've had this trip planned with people, and I don't want to bail on them because we've been trying to do this for a hot minute.
Sure.
And yeah, so it's one of those really like, oh, but I'm not gonna have many more RC events to go to. If I don't go to this one.
This is the last one ever.
I mean, we'll have the gauntlet, right? Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Dirk? Actual 32. Just open the rear door. Let all the mosquitoes in at one time.
I know, right?
I saw him say he wants to get to an event sometime. Hey, North Rock Brian. North Rock wants me to bring back RC Conspiracies. And I may
Yes.
I may have to. There's been
Maybe
some
we
little
do.
leaks. The XRT kind of got leaked a little bit.
Yeah.
Mini. And I'm with Josh on that. That's weird that they only have the massive one and then they have the mini one. There's not like a 10th
Nothing
or
in
8th
between.
scale. There's just
Yeah.
but
It'd be interesting to see what the market says. Not what the market says, but I mean, like, how much that dictated the market
yeah.
decision.
They didn't say that Proline was canceled by the fire.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some different stuff with Proline because I believe more of it is made in the US. I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know details, but that was a curious thing. It is also way later in the year, so they don't have to cancel it yet.
Right.
Because it's in October now.
Right.
Which is nice because I could go since it's not on the same weekend as the Gauntlet has been the past couple of years. So,
I wish the hard thing about that is that they're always like right now they're during school, so trying to travel during the school year. Dang, you guys can't see this, but I had a bearing pull all the way through the housing, and it's stuck in the middle of the housing, and it's supposed to be out here on the edge.
Can I see?
how did that happen?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Well, I know how it happened, but it was all my fault. I mounted my center diff, or it's Dalton center diff. I mounted it kind of wrong, and it just pushed it back all the way through. Sweet. Can you go get me the side cutters?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it out. Still a good bearing.
Tony, did you just say that you might go to Proline by the Fire? I've been trying to go for years. It's just when I'd gone back to this full time, I had a whole list. Well, before COVID,
Yeah.
I had a whole list of places I was going to go. I was going to go to Axial Fest West. I was going to go to Proline by the Fire. And then we ended up moving and changed a lot of stuff. But and then the Gauntlet ended up being on the same weekend every time as Proline by the Fire. But that is an event I want to get to super bad. So yeah, is there room in their lineup for that size XRT, like an 8 scale, when they have the Rustler 4x4 and the XRT? Rustler 4x4 is pretty tiny and meh. The XRT would be like the Max, which they've already got the chassis kind of for.
Yeah.
The wide Max, not the X Max.
Right.
They could go that small with it, but I think they'd take that and they would blow it up and go bigger. Do that as like a 8th scale buggy, truggy, like a Creighton. Like, is there room for an Outcast, a Creighton, Italian? What are the other ones? All of them on the same platform and the same size, but Arma does it and they sell them. People want different things, you know. So,
yeah. Well, and I think just having a different price points is nice.
I think it's a better chassis design than the Sledge and all that. Like everyone's like, "Oh, metal, yeah, finally metal chassis." Dude, that chassis design of that X Max, I mean, we drove it over with the monster truck 4 times and I sold it perfectly running. It had squished wheels and a cracked body. Could not kill the freaking thing. I thought the diffs and stuff were gone. It was clicking, but I think it was just the body rubbing on stuff when we were running it, because I got it back out when I'd taken the body off just to test it, just make sure the electronics sold, because it'd be like $300. Electronics are great. You know, there's a lot of stuff in here. Diffs are, you know, most of the stuff's fine. Dude, that thing fired up and ran like it was brand new with a wobbly wheel.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would say that it wouldn't be a bad thing to have in the line. The problem is, can they price it well? I don't think they can.
Well, maybe it's like just right
so
now
much into it.
well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wonder if that's makes a difference right now. Is that, or maybe they have, maybe it's just getting certain parts for it, or you know what I mean? Like there could be factors like that versus just if they want to or not.
Yeah, I just don't think they need it. Like
Yeah.
people like their big stuff. They've got the
Yeah.
Max already. In that, I
And
mean,
they
it's really. I don't think it's fun. Honestly, that's the problem. Like, I like the
going
monster
that
truck.
big.
I like the wheelies and the whatever, and it just didn't have all that because of the way that it's built.
Oh yeah.
It just wasn't as much fun. Like there wasn't the fun in driving it to me. Not the same
Right.
as the X Max. So it was an awesome car, handled amazing, flew great. It's like having a Creighton 8S, which back in the day I said the X Max is more fun than the Creighton 8S. Just wheelies up, and so there's just something about that platform. Mike Buvka, hey Tony, are you going to come down to the Bigfoot open house? It's the 50th. I'm going to try. That's the weekend of June the 7th. I'm going to try.
That'd be pretty rad, man.
It's about a 7-hour drive. I looked it up already.
Oh.
That's a long ways.
Yeah.
That's a long ways. That's a thing. I want to go and start doing events like so we were talking, there's an event that we want to go and check out. Well, like there's a couple of them. Like, I think what we got to do is we just got to plan like a year in advance. So like they just had Silver State, which is a awesome, what is it? It's an awesome like what's it called? 8 scale like dirt race. And it's in Vegas. And I'm like, oh, I'd be so rad to go, but I think we got to plan like literally a year in advance just so we are prepared for it and able to actually like plan for it and get our cars ready for it. But I mean, we're outgunned, honestly, if we go to something like that right now, but
Right.
it'd be a cool experience. I
Right.
think. So
I'm going back through the old comments. I missed some. You should totally, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's okay to be outgunned just for the experience of going.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't even run anything at Bigfoot Open House. I would just go to take it all in and film and whatever, post some videos. Yeah. And ooh, Detroit Skank River. He's all flapping lips. I see you. I was looking back because there was a funny comment in here said, I don't know what he's talking about. It says, I'm sure this has been said in the chat, but Tony's Tomley famous now?
Oh yeah, Tomley RC had a video today. I didn't even think about that. He had a video today that was talking about the tariffs, and you posted about Axial Fest being canceled, and he showed your post on it from Facebook or whatever.
Maybe that's why I've got a little bit of spikes.
Nice.
Oh, Travis is going to beat the creek now.
Ooh.
Hey, you guys.
I'm
having so much FOMO right now.
Stop touching. Hold on a second. I need to yell at my daughter to stop touching the. She keeps on.
It's too big.
Well, sorry.
You
should go in anyway. Huh?
You keep muting it?
Well, it keeps on hitting buttons or whatever.
Oh.
She's like, I'll go back. She's just standing here looking at me as I'm talking on the show. I'm like,
that's so cartoon-like. Hand
I know.
From the
or
side.
Go get your car and go get more tools and put your stuff in your car.
The
8 scale. Yeah. Okay.
The 2 battery one.
Yep. All right. Sorry. I was like, why are you just sitting here staring at me? It's so weird.
I worked on a new truck.
Huh?
I worked on a new truck. It's an original SCX.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. That. Looked like a cheater rig.
Hardly. It's pretty clever.
Yeah. It looked like a sleeper is what it looked like. Not a cheater rig, a sleeper. Still pretty cool.
Harley. I heard the fish aren't even biting this weekend. They might not be, and it's supposed to be cold. Like,
oof.
It's going to be 40 degrees probably when we get out there, but it's going to feel like 30 something.
Why would you want to do that?
It was because it's been getting warm. The FOMO will pass. I already made up for the FOMO with this.
Oh, I wish I could see it. I can't see it right now.
I got the Megalodon. That's what this one is called, Josh. Megalodon.
Yeah, not the shark attack.
Shark Attack,
Who's this
Sharknado,
guy?
Machiner, Shark Truck.
Shark truck.
I got it.
That's awesome.
The price
How
went
does
up
it feel?
on these. How's what feel?
Like, does it feel like rubbery, plasticky, or like?
Parts of it are. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't opened it.
Well,
I was gonna do it like this cool reel because
Oh.
the reels are where it's at these days. All the kids like the reels,
the reels and the shorts.
and I just like the long form content. I just want to set it
Yeah.
and forget it. So old.
You
Oh,
are.
speaking of old, not that he's old, but stuff from that I used to watch. Lyle, RC Athletes has been posting some videos.
Oh, that's cool.
Lyle, who we all know from RC Sparks videos,
Yeah.
it's got his videos coming out again. He's posted like 3 or 4 in their last month.
Nice.
I binge
Was he
watched-
the one with the dog?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he ended up moving from Calgary to wherever he is now.
Yeah.
No, it's hard plastic, except for the
Interesting.
tail and the 2 side fins and the top fin. Those
Interesting.
are definitely rubbery and flexible.
I got another shout out.
Both side fins. But yeah, all these are flexible.
So
I'm going to make it look like I didn't just open it. And through the magic of television, nobody will ever know when I do my fake knife cuts that I'm not actually cutting the sticker. Nobody will know.
they're
Yeah,
doing
Molly was the dog's name.
So I got another shout out. So we have a local hobby shop called JNS. And
We don't allow shout outs.
so,
Cut.
but it's more of the love for a small business right now. So JNS is like this little hobby shop. You walk in and you can't go anywhere. You just tell them what you want and they kind of bring it out to you. Super nice family. But dude, they seriously have, I've never been shut down by them. They have every part, the obscure parts. I must be buying like they're one of this weird part kind of thing all the time because they always have it. So like today, I realized on Olivia's e-buggy, it only came with one mount for the motor, and normally they have 2, and I'd rather her have 2 mounts on it just so it's a little bit more firm. They had it in stock, and then I needed some hardware for it. And they didn't have the associated stuff in stock, but they had a Techno washer and they had some Traxxas screws that worked for it. And I was like,
Gotta
yeah,
get it
but
while you can.
yeah, but the cool thing is I called and I said, hey, here's my part numbers that I'm looking for. And they're like, okay, we'll call you back. And they're like,
They
well,
just
we have,
found the matching stuff. Yeah.
yeah, they knew what I was like, without even saying what I was trying to do. They knew what I was trying to do. And they're like, here you go, come pick it up. And I was like, you guys are awesome.
Comments are cracking me up. Charlatan. So he did go fishing.
Thank you.
Yep. Olivia's opening some
we'll be
new
at
goodness.
60 on Saturday, but yeah, if you're on the bay, it'd be 48-ish, not counting the winds. But I'm talking in the morning. We're going to be getting out on the water at when it's the coldest, which is 44,
Oof.
and then take those temps below with the winds and all that.
Yeah.
Shark
On
bait,
Friday,
ooh.
so it was our first race on Friday, dirt race at the track. And it's supposed to be like 68 during the day, 70 during the day, and then drop down to 70 at night. And it's a night race. So I'm like, seriously? Come on, man.
J Concepts bodies come with body posts for the LMT Mini. That's smart of them.
Ooh.
Super smart of them. Because that's the one thing I hate about bodies, changing bodies, is trying to find out how to mount the stinking things. That's why with this one. So when I did this build with the parts from, it's so hard to not say DSM or off-road, from Robski, I left the body post parts here in the back so that I could add body posts if I want to change his body, and the ones in the front, even though I put the shock. I'm not using these shock mounts at all.
Yeah.
I left them there anyway so that I'd have posts so that I could put a body on it aftermarket and just put body posts through the stinking thing. I don't care. I know people hate body posts and they want whatever, but theirs always fall apart on the trail.
Yeah.
So you can look unscale one way or another with your lid popping open as you hit a rock.
Right. Olivia wants to show you her new jewelry.
Oh, is it?
Sorry, this is the
Huh? Olivia wants to show you. Her...
That's huge.
Yep. It's her new Reedy motor for her e-buggy.
8 scale?
Yep. Monster. She's going fast.
Big can. Holy cow.
Yeah. Here, you want to call Lucy? Our dog just ran out.
I'll get her inside.
Just have her either inside the house or in the trailer. Yikes.
So there's a comment here. Oh, somebody said Headquake. Travis said Headquake posted a new video too.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen that one in a while.
You have a 3D printer and Tinkercad, Tony. Just make mounts. I missed it earlier. In RC Jeep guy had commented how he couldn't believe how bad I treated the Unimog.
Oh, I didn't see that video. I saw the thumbnail, but I haven't had a chance to watch it. When did you posted that the other day?
Views.
Huh?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
It's a longer video, and that's only half. So I got several videos from that day.
Nice.
I should have had more. Did I tell you what happened with the batteries?
No.
So it'll be in one of the videos. It might have been in the beginning of that one. I think it was in that one. So I was all prepped and ready to go, better than I normally am. Like normally I'm scrambling, but the night before I had it all set. Batteries charged for all the vehicles I'm taking.
Wow.
So I have them even in my little Venom square bag that can hold like a bunch of batteries. They're in it. And I'm getting everything in the truck. And I said, you know what? Let me take out the disc. I take it to. So at first I put the X Max down and I put the batteries in it just to make sure I have the right radio. So it wasn't labeled. Find out I have the right one. And then I left the batteries in that, stuck it in the truck. Said, you know what? I need to get these disc golf bags out of here.
Uh-oh.
And I did. So I got them out. Whatever, and I see, because I watched the video back of my security cameras, like from camera to camera to camera. There I am carrying this lipo bag, put it on the truck tailgate, start taking stuff out. Well, then I'm getting all this stuff in. I grab my Unimog, I grab my Ecto with the Rock Pirate stuff and Scale Metal Supplies, pretty sweet rigs, Spec RC wheels. Grab my Mojave 4S, and I grab the Heatwave Super, the Baja Ray, the low C Baja Ray.
Yeah.
All the, I'm going to have some fun bashing, get some cool shots on their off-road track, grab my whole suitcase of little stuff.
And you drive off with it all sitting right there.
I get all the radios, make sure I have all the radios for the different ones, because again, they're on like 3 different Spectrum radios because they won't fit on one. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get a tote. I'm going to put them all in the tote, and I'll put the batteries in it, and I'll put them in the back seat of the car. I like to know where the batteries are and what's happening with them.
Right.
So I go get a case, whatever, put all the stuff. I probably carried the lipo bag back in with me to get the case, but I set it on a table just inside the garage.
Oh,
I had no batteries.
Oh.
So basically 45 minutes to an hour to get there. It's not like
That's
just
the
turn
worst.
around and go back and get them.
Yeah.
I'm meeting Travis there. So Travis is there. He's ready to just have fun because we were planning on being there hours. Like if you're going to drive an hour,
Yeah.
there and back, that's 2 hours driving. You better spend at least 4 hours out there, right?
Did he at least have the same battery plug that you had?
Nope.
Oh.
Deans, I run EC5. So that's the funny thing is this is like the biggest smorgasbord of adapters I needed. I had one of them had the XT60 plug.
Yeah.
Still on it from the Hobby Wing Fusion. That's the Unimog.
Yeah.
My other one is the Spectrum all-in-one, and it's running the EC3,
Yeah.
IC3. And then the two bashers are running the IC5 connectors. So he's got Dean's plugs, but he's like, oh, I do have a Dean's XT60.
Yeah.
And so I was able to run my Unimog because you can run the XT60. You can run the IC3s in an XT60, but not the other way around. So
yeah.
Anyway, man, I was one lucky that he had an adapter. Two, I'm going through my truck and I find an XT60 to an IC3 adapter from Venom from way back in the day, just chilling in like one of my, catch-all crap, bin.
Mary Poppins bag.
Yep. Up there by the cup holders, just everything falls in it. There's like a shock spring. There's like a light bar to, I think, my Bigfoot Clodbuster. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And so I was able to run both my crawlers, but it was a 2S battery. It had a 2S Team Associated battery. The shorties.
Why would you have a 2S Team Associated battery? Oh, I know what that came with. That came with that desert car.
No, but they're the shorty ones that you can buy.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, they had Deans on it. Fine for my Unimog because it had a 1800 kV. Dude, the other one, the Ecto, was so slow. Like you could walk faster than it would go.
Of course.
But I did get to run those. I had all my batteries and stuff for the minis, so we did the Red Cat little run.
Yeah.
And then I just beat the crap out of my X-Max, just flips for days. It was just so much fun. But
that's funny. That's awesome.
Tony can make Minecraft mounts in Tinkercad. Yes, I can.
I need to go in and change my shirt. I just realized I'm in a fancy shirt and I'm running diff grease and all that kind of stuff, which is probably not a good idea.
Oof.
And I just beefed one for a living.
No.
Oh no.
And she's behind me stuck in the back of the trailer.
Yep. Hey, Red Raff, what's up? Yeah, I've been growing it out. So I'm getting the sides
You
trimmed
should be
up.
in the corner. You need the timeout corner.
Huh?
You need a vent.
I know.
You need a vent fan.
She's like, you need the timeout corner. All right. I can keep on talking, but I'm gonna change my shirt because.
Did you just splatter out on it?
Oh, pretty much.
Always came up the back.
got some singe marks.
Tanker T68. I forgot radios once. Yeah, dude, it's rough.
Yeah.
Movie Monsters about 15 years ago on a fishing trip. I forgot the nice fishing rods I just set up.
Oh.
I had to go into town and buy some cheap ones to use. That's brutal. I just got mine set up for walleye. I hope I don't do that. Oh gosh, I hope I don't do that. I'm gonna make a checklist tonight. I'm gonna go through it and check things off. Oh man.
So hear me now?
Yep.
I had to walk all the way in the house in the laundry room so I can get a
wet wipe.
A dude wipe. You seen those?
Change your depends.
I'm gonna be on a video with Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas.
Oh gosh. So yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of other new stuff. Oh, I saw Beef Tubes is selling their company.
Yeah.
Beef Tubes
Yeah,
is
we're
up
talking
for
about
sale.
that. Oh, and Trio.
Trio is not shipping to the U.S.
Right.
Charisma is not shipping to the U.S. I
I
just got a
forgot.
shipment from Furatech. Luckily, thankfully, I've
Yeah.
got the whole reason I bought this monster truck. And this is again when people say that, oh, you get all this free stuff thing. I got this motor for the mini LMT, so I had to go out and buy a mini LMT to put it in.
I see.
Because I wasn't going to upgrade the other ones because they
Where's
still
the
have the
screw?
older links on them, which are weaker. But also, I want them to be able to just race against each other.
Go
The whole
find
reason we
screws.
got
that look
them
like that.
was to have two equal ones, right?
Yeah.
It's not fun when they're all off balance and you can't race each other. So,
I can see you moving now.
yeah,
You've been frozen this entire time. Now I can see your screen.
really, you had to leave for it to happen.
That's weird.
Yeah, Tim, these old flapping lips is out.
He's out. That's crazy. Now I can see you. This is much better. Now I can see you.
Nice.
I'm hoping at the track it's going to be better because it was like last year I thought it was okay. It wasn't terrible, was it?
Mm-mm.
The connection?
I didn't think so.
I think I'm seriously,
Audio
I'm
was
just,
rough with wind when it was outside a couple times, but
now I'm in the trailer, so
yeah.
I'll
And that was
be
just when
in-
you went out to watch the race.
yeah, yep,
Yeah. And that's understandable.
right.
And we can always mute you.
Thanks. Thanks, Tony.
We'll watch what you're showing and I'll just narrate. I'll do fun narrate.
Yeah. So you can't see right now the inside of the trailer.
There's a lot of
It's-
paint that I can see in the trailer right now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's not clean yet. Like we cleaned it out, but we started setting up some new stuff. And
Yeah.
so I'll show you some of the stuff we set up.
TV.
Yep, got a TV.
How do you have it mounted so that it won't fall?
So I put these angles. Oh, you can't see.
Hold on.
I put those angles in it
Oh yeah.
right here. And it just basically wedges it in because the Vinos.
Yeah.
And so the other thing we did, I'm going to loosen
So
this
it's
side.
touching the wall on the backside, and so it's
Just
not
barely.
gonna fall.
Yeah. And then we put in the shelf. Hold on, Olivia. Or a tabletop. And then Olivia and I, so you guys probably won't remember, but this table used to be like out to here. And
Yeah.
then it was probably only to where Olivia was. And now, or it was shorter than that. Yeah. So it was a small table we worked on. And then this weekend we built this table out of scrap wood. So now it's like an 8-foot table so we can all be on it.
Goes till here.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the end of the trailer. Because most of the time we'll have the back of the trailer open.
Yep.
So, but
You can have
then,
multiple people working side by side. You don't need the depth as much as you need the width.
right, exactly. So we can have the toolbox. She's got a little pink toolbox up there. We'll have the toolbox up there with all her tools in it. And that don't fit, it looks like.
You can only fit like 2 in each.
Yeah, we'll put other parts in there. We'll see.
Never trust the second. Hold on.
Never trust it.
I
That's
missed that
true.
one.
Huh?
Oh, that's
He said
good.
never trust the second
Oh,
part.
yeah.
Those
What
things
race
like
car are you and your daughter working on, Pablo? Awesome to see dad and daughter enjoy the hobby. Max Paul.
So right now we are working on, I'm working on Dalton's RC8 4.0. It says Team Associated 8-scale buggy. And she had the 3.2, which the difference is that, well, there's a couple differences, but the main difference is it has a big 4S battery. And me and Dalton are both on 4.0s with the 2 saddle pack batteries. And I wanted to get us all on the same program so that we could have, buy one set of parts and then we all have the right part for the same car. So like right now all 3 of us run B7s for 2-wheel drive turf. We all run T62s, which is a stadium truck for turf. So we have three of those, three B7s, and then we have one four-wheel drive turf buggy, and then we have the three of these, and then we have the kind of the black sheep, but it's awesome, is the Techno, and that's the nitro car that she's going to be running. And so we haven't got that one set up yet, but we're going to be running that one. And then I'm running a short course truck out there on the dirt too. So
Nice.
yeah, so it should be quite the adventure this summer. I'll move this so we can see a little bit better.
Brian said, I predicted this situation, did all my RC purchasing pre-January. Looking like that may have paid off literally. So here's what we talked about earlier, right? On your podcast that should be coming to the
maybe
10s,
tonight.
as we say, hopefully only to the 10s.
Yeah.
But there's a couple things that we were talking about. If this drags out and what that looks like, right? Because I think people will figure it out eventually, right? And you were saying, yeah, they'll ship through, somewhere in Europe or somewhere else in
they'll bounce
Europe,
it off of like a distribution.
There'll be a distribution hub that is playing nice tariff wise,
right?
Has a low rate, and they'll do the bidding with China and get them, and then they'll have warehouses there that'll then shipped to the U.S. as companies, right? So theoretically, so that could happen eventually. To keep costs down. I think they'll figure a way out, if they're not going to come to the table,
right?
People will find ways to work around it. But one of the things we said is, what does that mean for it? Who does it hurt the most? Right. So we can get through this thing. It could be better, if everything works out and we start, getting more competitive pricing on our stuff here,
right?
Which could just help our overall economy and people, what they make and all this kind of stuff, but job wise, but who it hurts right now are the small businesses, right?
Right. All the small businesses that are importers of the low cost cogs for these RC cars. That's what's hurting right now.
Yep.
I was telling you how I was listening to a financial guy, and he was saying how it was just kind of like a matter of fact, like, yeah, long term it's going to be good for all of us. Short term, we're going to lose a lot of the small guys, and I can see that.
Which I say also new small guys will pop up
for sure, and I think
different gifted people. So people like me who are not talented in design are going to suffer because I can't just design it and make it myself, right?
Right.
Or
if you did, it just won't look good, and you can't sell it anyway.
Right.
Just kidding.
Or it doesn't work well. Right? I mean, I tinker-catted the crap out of those pine trees. They work pretty good. Little bit of luck involved in that one. It was a bad print that turned into hey, this actually works great.
Yeah.
Like I didn't make certain lines long enough, so they just didn't print.
Right.
And it was let's redesign this. So you're just going to see a difference, I think, in who rises to the top and who can succeed in it. I also think, man, certain 3D printer people may want to get more 3D printers while they can.
For sure.
And get a lot of filament while they can, cheap.
Yep.
And I think that they will be able to make stuff that will sell and they will do well. And so it's all, no matter what, man, things change, right? So I got into video production. It wasn't a cool thing to do, right? Wasn't like it is now where everybody is a video person. Everybody that has a phone, everybody's an influencer, everybody does whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to learn to adapt. You can't just be like, oh, woe is me. Everybody's taking over my job. Now I can't make money doing, like, nobody wants to pay me what I used to make to do these jobs because they can outsource it to some high school kid for like a tenth of what you would have charged. So
Right.
We can't complain. You got to adapt or you get left behind, and that's always the case. So it's about adapting and figuring out how to. I mean, even it may even be for Verizon. Like maybe they say, well, these things don't really need to be in our cut of things that we have right now. Like too many products to keep up with. Who knows? But but it is initially the small guys that could feel the hurt of it. All the companies that just outsource everything to China to come and they sell it dirt cheap and undercut the people that were making it at home on their machine and wanting to make a paycheck, right? But you can't make enough money making parts. Like I was just getting quoted this video job. It was like $1,000, but it was going to be like an 8-hour, 9-hour day filming 2 cameras, a track thing. Then they want videos for each of the different events cut. Then they want an overview video cut. And I'm like counting the days of time, like just 2 cameras on a 9-hour shoot.
Right.
How much media that's going to be, just importing it, sorting it, arranging it. And I'm already spent the $1,000, right?
Yeah.
I haven't even touched editing it.
Right.
Sourcing music, doing any of the other stuff that I have to pay for, like licensing on.
Dude, my epidemic sound, I don't know if it just went up, but I saw it and I was like, $20-something. What happened there? Hang on one quick second. In the top drawer of the toolbox, the red toolbox next to the table.
To the left? Where you sit?
No, to the right of where I sit.
There's a bunch. You can put it on DVD.
I saw the interview.
They have, some have, and I'm like, nope, not anymore. I can give you a thumb drive.
Yeah. So that toolbox top shelf, if you pull it open, there's boxes of screws. You'll see. So bring the one that you need and match it up. There'll be silver ones probably. They're stainless.
Yeah, it's hard to manufacture products here with the amount of regulations the other countries don't have. And that's another thing. They need to get rid of some, even for cars. I was talking about that. You know what? Get rid of dumb drivers. Like stop limiting cars because they have to have all these safety checks.
Yeah.
Why? Because we have bad drivers. Start fixing the problem. Bad drivers can't drive. Get them off the road.
Get them off the road.
We have to pass an ability to drive every 3 years, but we can afford to buy cars. I'm down with that. Like, sorry.
Right.
So yeah. Yeah.
Just rebuilt the whole rear end. There we go.
Nice. Brian says it's not a way to bring manufacturing back, though. I don't agree with that. We're seeing stuff already coming back.
Yep. And I think what it is what people don't see all the time is that they're like, it'll be more of a modification, to the manufacturing. Like we can manufacture parts or, not maybe the whole thing, but what happens is it's like how out here in the Northwest, Boeing used to be like this, is that they would sub out to like 100 different small businesses, and each small business would make a piece this big, and then all those pieces went into one airplane.
Yeah.
And so I could see
we've got a lot here in Michigan. I tell you that, like this whole west side supports the east side. We've got mold people. We've got tool and die people. We've got all kinds of stuff that happens here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's tough. It's a hobby thing. And like what Brian's saying, his money's going to his house. That's a whole nother market that's gone crazy.
Crazy.
So
yeah.
I feel like all money is something that we just kind of play with, like what we perceive value in anyway.
Sure.
And why, how we value our stuff more than others. And yeah, it's an interesting really take on the world economy when you really look at it. It's pretty interesting. But that's a whole different topic of discussion. I don't really feel like getting into from my many years traveling the world, doing relief work and trying to help people who work hard but do the same thing but don't make anything for it. So it's crazy.
Do you have the play phone out here? Here, can you connect this to the hotspot?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to. My iPad is. I have my setup sheet on the iPad, and I'm like, while I'm in here, I might as well double check my setup, and that way I can. But I don't have internet, and it won't connect to the Wi-Fi. But here we are. Now we got it. Oops. You there? Yeah.
Yep.
There. Okay.
People saying mofo's out of a few things. Links.
Oh, out of it, like as in not in stock.
Out, yeah. Yeah, this is the complete thing. I was just kind of hinting at is, yeah, it's crazy. RCs can be a whole world and everything, but you pause for a second, back out 30,000 feet, and they're nothing. They're just toys, really, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yep. For sure.
When you look at all the other stuff that people are dealing with in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Red Ref. Everything just turns into a pissing match pretty quick. There's no real conversations, and you never get anywhere, especially in like politics, man. And they can just straight do one thing and say a whole nother and not care. They don't even care about it.
Nope.
They will sell you it as truth. But I got that LMT. I'm not even gonna drive it. New motor's going straight into it.
Really?
Yep.
I guess you've driven one before.
I've got two. We're just gonna drop it in and make a run video of it and then talk about it, what it is after.
So does that motor an ESC? Is it like, do you have to put a new radio in it now too?
Yes.
Did you think about that, Tony?
No. Shoot. I has radio. I have a bunch of Avatar radios.
Oh, there you go.
So receivers. So I'll just drop one on and bind it to my Avatar.
There you go. That works.
So do I have a new 2.0 LMTs on the way that does all the tricks? So that's what I wanted to talk about. I went to the hobby shop. I have this in hand right here. This Megalodon. It's $300 now. Used to be $250. That was a lot at $250.
It was.
$300 is really tough for a brushed
little
car. Even though it's licensed and all the goodies and whatever, I know it's the tech, the solid axle. That stuff, just no matter what size you make it, it gets expensive. But
well, when I first,
because they do it for mini trucks and the S624s and keep it cheap. But I digress.
When I first got in, or not when I first got into it, but when I got into it, when the kids were young or a little younger, we got a brushed granite Mega for $229.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're seeing these.
But this is more of a truck than that, I think, than a brushed granite. This is more of a truck. It's way cooler with the metal links and the.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I think it's fun now, but I think back in that era, 2017, 18 or whatever it was, granite was pretty cool for $220.
Brushed?
Yeah, at that time, they didn't really have, at that time there wasn't really a lot of like what
the brushless for $300. That's when I used to get them, and they were $300 for a brushless.
Yeah.
3S. Yep.
Hold on. What?
I want to know if you're gonna do the holes and what screws do I use for the bottom?
Yes, I'll drill the holes.
What?
and use these
Uh,
two washers, two of those screws, just like it is underneath.
Oh, okay.
so Furatech RC, what I'm running is their new Vortex X, which is their Impulse 5600 kV motor with their Peso ESC combo.
Is that made in Mexico?
So it's 2 to 3S. I don't know, it's PASO. Paso. Peso. But it's censored. It's a censored system.
That's nice.
So I haven't run it yet. I just got it. I think that honestly, brushed is enough for these, but that's a whole different story that we won't get
Well,
into.
I think it'll be cool. Have you ran one that's brushless
No,
yet?
no. So it's going to be a test. They could completely change my mind.
I
They
think they
could
might.
change my mind completely.
I think they
I'm
might.
waiting to see.
I think you need to do a whole new YouTube series and do it like Crowder and be like, this doesn't need to be brushless. Change my mind.
So we'll say it. I'll be honest about it. Like,
Be
so,
honest,
but I
actually.
don't want to do a typical unboxing. Look at this. I'm just going to get it. Say I bought it. Here it is. Here's what's in it. And I'm just going to run it. Not going to do
Gonna
the
let it
whole
rip.
show and tell with it. I'm just going to rip it. And then I'll probably just run it. And then talk about it after. It's
Yeah.
kind of what my thoughts are on one, the LMT, but then on the system. But I don't want it to be like hey, look at all this. I'm trying to figure out a different way to do videos where it's not like
Flashy.
it's not about the product, but more about the fun you have with them.
Right.
And then just kind of sharing what is in it.
Yeah.
So people know. So those crawler videos, I'm letting people know what we're running just so that out of curiosity, right?
Right.
Not that they're the most showy trucks in the world. And that's sometimes good. Like, hey, look at what we're out here doing with just this, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's not like I'm unboxing. Here's this, show this. I just want to talk about what they are, what little changes we might have made to them, and then you can see how they perform and the fun we're having with them, but not make it seem so you got to buy this thing or you got to. I just want to be more. This is what I'm running. This is what it's doing, but it's more about the fun of running it. So
Right. Yep.
Yep. Let's
I'm
just
with you.
unboxing build videos. So I will do like I did one on this, just showing how it all goes together because I think it's pretty slick. And it's not super capable yet, so I'm not doing a whole lot of running with it. But I also kept the video pretty simple and just a handheld iPhone video that I'm going to do on it. So
That's cool. What do you need?
Too big.
whew, that's an expensive
That's
fishing
okay.
trip, AA day.
It's okay for today. For this race.
31.45 Canadian.
What?
Heck yeah, open it up and run it, show it off king style.
That's awesome.
Pinata style Talbot durability test. Nah, it's more about just having fun with it. Fish it out of the river. That's hilarious.
I think that's what's cool that I'm trying to figure out ways to do with the kids is not exploit the kids, but at the same time show how much fun we have on our daily race days. Because like the kids really dig it. You know what I mean? Like we're out there and there she is saying yes behind my back, but like the kids have a lot of fun and it's not just about racing that they have fun with, like the community at the track. I don't know if any of the diehard guys are out here or on live right now, but the community at the track is so awesome. And the kids are out playing all the time and they're, making friends, all that kind of stuff. Like it's really cool. And I really enjoy it and appreciate it for what it is. I feel like I should have shims here, Tony.
Uh-oh, no shims.
Seems a little sloppy. Olivia, are there shims on your back hinge pins?
Okay, double A day. That's
Like-
not bad. If you're doing overnights, I was thinking just a single day outing.
Yeah, there's gems right there.
So the Harley says, I think I need to build another 24. I'm like, he's in here playing with my emotions. Why is he doing that?
That's
He
funny.
didn't sell me his other ones when he moved.
What a jerk.
I know. He hasn't come out here to challenge us with his yet to see if they even are any good.
Yeah. Hang on a
Yeah, this
second.
is
Hey, Olivia,
the Rob ski. Somebody's asking.
on my table, go look there, the black plastic
bolt-on.
washers. Yeah, the ones that go there. See if there's they're on my table. There should be 2 of them because I don't see them here.
So you're asking if there's any problems with the thread holes? Nope. Actually, the screws threaded right into the shock mount, so I didn't even have to put a nut on the back of them. But if you were to use the stock shocks, you would have problems because those are bigger threaded, and people have broken so many axles and things with those, broken the bolts off in them because those shock screws that hold the stock shocks on
What are you talking about?
are wider on an SCX 24.
Mm,
So if you use the stock shocks and try and screw them through these holes, they won't fit.
right.
They're bigger, and the way that they're threaded is to bite into the plastic really good. All the rest of the screws on this are not set up that way. So I didn't use those screws, and I didn't use those shocks because the screws are are the pivot ball and all that as one. So I used an aftermarket shock, and I just used the long screws that were left over from as I took apart the original stuff and used his screws that came with it.
Mhm.
I had some of the long ones from the chassis mount and all that, or the skid plate mount and all that, that I used to thread my shocks in. And like I said, I put some thread lock on them and I screwed them right into the aluminum and they just bit. So
Nice.
if they don't hold, I will put nuts on the back of them. But I'm like, shoot, I hate having to add nuts, those tiny little nuts onto things. So I'm just rocking it.
That's nice.
But I also
Send
use
it.
the really good black screws. Like if you use some of the cheap China screws, the silver jankety ones that come with some of the stuff, they could break off because it does have to thread itself in as it goes. So you have to work it in. But it was awesome. They bit right in and actually put them in and they went through. I put thread lock on the back on the other side of it. Then I backed it out till the thread lock went in and then I tightened it back up.
Nice. So you're like, it ain't going nowhere. Nowhere in a hurry.
Says I broke 3 screws and 2 of my micro files trying to make them work. Huh.
Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't have any issue. They screwed right in. And I had my little kit here to bore them out more, and I didn't end up needing it.
You got to go get your servo. It's the Reefs 400 SC. It's on the table. Sorry.
Oh, table.
Get your radio too.
I was doing the back and forth.
Hold on, Olivia.
Huh.
Your receiver. Oh, don't worry about it. We won't put your horn in, but put the servo on there.
And my controller.
You don't need the controller. Sorry. She's trying to work on her car, and luckily, the nice thing is she can work on it, but we're kind of like building it from scratch with no directions. So it's like, oh yeah, you need to do this. You need to do that.
Huh. Yeah, I would think that the screw holes on all these would probably be the same size. I'm guessing whatever bit he is just drilled straight through them to make all the holes because they all look the same to me. But I don't know that for sure. But I also put the skid plate on as well. So it's a flat skid instead of being sticking down. which means when I go to change these links, it's going to be a pain in the butt. I see you guys. Oh shoot! I was supposed to call a guy.
Uh-oh.
Man, that was 2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago, you're just now thinking about it. That's
I
awesome.
just saw on Instagram. I was pulling up something, so I wanted to make sure that I said that. Some of my footage from RC Fest is showing up. Oh, that was smooth.
This goes towards the front.
You guys want to see how smooth that was?
You might have to take out the whole receiver box to put it in. You'll see.
Oh man, I was decent. I was.
Were you
decent.
really?
I was.
I don't know if I believe that. Dude, so my son
Check this
totally
out.
grenaded.
Oh, that was so good. Did you see that, Pablo?
Nope. I
Oh,
can't.
greasy.
It doesn't show anything on my end.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, I'm running the TLR Tune Typhon back in 2021. Straight out of the box, stuck
Nice.
in a system in it, and it looks really good.
Nice. So he did a number on this, and it was partially my fault, right? So he blew up that gearbox. And then the other thing I noticed when I was taking it apart yesterday, he also like broke 2 teeth off of his spur gear. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's like, sweet. So now I got to replace that. I thought I was getting close to being done. Nope.
You got the works to put in. Seeing him talking to his daughter about a shared hobby with toy vehicles is breaking my father brain. With 2 daughters that would rather eat their own foot than play with me, let alone tool on RC cars. Upgrade my sway bars on my LMTs. I did not. Did not. Only the ones that were a problem were the bashing ones. I did realize I should say that RC Fest 15 is still going on, not the Horizon RC Fest, but the one put on by Adam Munns in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
That's been going on this is their 15th one. They want to make sure that people know that's still on July 26th, 27th. So when we're all talking about RC Fest being canceled, it's Horizon Hobby RC Fest, not the RC Fest.
You should make a Horizon shirt with John Christ on it and have it just say Horizon Fest canceled.
Canceled.
For all you who know, canceled.
Yes. Canceled.
I went to Chick-fil-A for lunch today. I didn't tell my family.
What?
Canceled.
Yep.
I do
I
that
was
with the
like,
sweet
ooh.
spot we have here called Hamburger Mikey.
Yeah.
If anyone is still in here from this side of Michigan, if you know, you know. Best burger
Yeah.
I've ever had. Every time. It's not like, oh, I just got lucky and one time I had it. It was the best burger I ever had. No, it's like every time it's like, these are still there's nothing as good as this burger. And I used to think Five Guys was like really good.
Yeah.
And now you go there and I'm like, meh. It's not as good as Hamburger Mikey's.
Man, I miss that. My son used to like going to Five Guys after races. And then all of a sudden he stopped liking it. And I was like, oh, man.
You go to DQ.
Yeah, we go to DQ, but I'm like, I'm over DQ. I like my Five Guys.
What do you get at DQ? Like not ice cream? You get food there?
No. Yeah, well.
Or both?
So the kids want blizzards every race, right? Because
yeah,
we go and get blizzards if we podium, and they've been podium pretty much either Olivia or Dalton finding the podium. But so never me, but I still get to get the stuff. But they get the blizzards, and I get the flamethrower burger is what I get, which is really good. Hey Dalton, I don't think you should go across the street anymore. It's too dark. I just said it's too dark.
Harley Design says, order some new 24 axles. I'll build this and come dominate Tony in Michigan this year sometime. Hope that you took into account the width of those axles that you just ordered.
Ooh.
Did you take that into account? Did you get the Mias? Or did you get the sweet new from Hard Park? That guy's been creating and creating.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I just realized I could.
The gauntlet
put
is
this
now
on the-
open. It's a good
Nice.
weekend.
I just realized I can throw my iPad. Let's see if this works, Tony. I might be able to put my iPad on the screen here, which would be super sick. I gotta find the little dongle that I was trying to run the. Oh, there it is.
Best burger I ever had was at Lambeau Field. Sadly, the restaurant I got that at is not around anymore. I think maybe environment maybe played a little bit into that being the best burger. That or you've never had a burger at any place other than McDonald's.
Could be.
I don't know. Moving on. I don't know if I trust your judgment,
Yeah.
but I am curious what axles Harley got. I'm also about to sneeze.
Uh-oh. Let it rip.
Oh, we watched the original Mission Impossible with the
Oh, you
boys.
did?
You hadn't seen it when they're up in the vent and he sneezes, and the mouse comes in or the rat. So
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think I need to power this. I just realized that. Darn.
Oh yeah, Harley needs some nice brass axles.
There you go.
I know a guy.
Do you have the hippo still?
I still have hippos.
Nice. No, Dalton. It's too dark. I just said that. It's too dark to go
Beer
across the street.
keeper. Okay, it could be good.
So.
If there were some wide boys, he's gonna come and dominate me with some wide boys. Dude, our gates are like 6 inches.
I might play.
I'm walking back and forth now, but now I think it's time for Olivia to go in. You got to get to bed. It's 8:30. You got school in the morning. What do you have left? Just those two?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll finish it up.
I can finish it.
I
We
kind
might
of
have
feel
to-
like maybe Harley Designs has been watching Cape Crawlers.
Thank you.
Bye. I love you. Thanks
See you,
for
Olivia.
playing. Tony says bye. She says bye too.
Dude, 24 Yep. Have you watched enough of his videos? Well, one, he shaved his beard.
What?
Total change. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's hard to take that whole, like, shtick thing without the beard now. Like, you look too respectable to be acting like that. I don't buy it now.
I'm like, who
I
are
don't
you?
think who are you? I don't even know you. You can't act like that.
Hold on a second. What's up?
I'm good.
I'm gonna run +5s and still be your same width.
When you come in, can you get my Lego box?
Cheater.
Yeah. Make sure Lucy stays inside. All right. Sorry.
You
Kids
haven't
there.
seen mine. We have cheater +5. So we run the Mias axles, which are wide +5s,
Mhm.
but we have basically inverted wheels almost, it feels like.
Oh, massive offset.
Super massive. Yeah. Like, and then the axle, we have to cut the axle stub off because it sticks out the drive
Oh,
shaft.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, they're sucked in as much as you possibly can on the Mias ones before it hits the knuckles without going above a 1.0 wheel size. Oh my goodness, that's fully chunked out.
I know, right?
And a metal tooth?
No, they're plastic. but there's no slipper on it. It's just straight up Mod 1 power. Hey, Lucy. You were supposed to go inside. My dog just came out.
Hey, Lyle's in here. We talked about you earlier, Lyle. I was just telling everybody your channel's back up and running. We mentioned Molly.
Yeah.
Because, Pablo's like, was he the guy with the dog? And you're like, yeah, Molly.
Yeah, I'll show him my dog right now. Lucy, sit. Hey, sit. Stay. There she is right there. Good girl. That's Lucy.
So, the beard, I'm letting it grow. I'm getting it trimmed up every once in a while, but just to tame it because it gets a little bit unwieldy. But
Tony told me he was going to
kind of trimming in the sides, gonna let it grow more pointy.
He said he's going to let it grow and start wearing beanies.
Yeah. I have it like that one group, John Cooper. What's that group? He's got a really pointy beard.
System of a Down.
Skillet.
Skillet. I don't know.
I guess his beard isn't that big.
He can be like the guy from System.
It's not a bad size. I'm not going full Duck Dynasty or anything, but it's.
You're not going to braid it. You should braid it.
It's getting there. I don't know how long it is, but it's getting there. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm not sure.
So,
not sure.
For those in the chat, I've got a question. If there's any racers out there, the setup that I'm putting on it calls for 10 in the front, 5 in the middle, and 7 out back. So I put 7 out back, and all I have is 6 and 4. Which one should I go? I feel like 4 is a little light for the middle diff. Wouldn't that make the front wheels diff out a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go higher.
I think 6 is going to be the one. Let's go with 6. Then we'll put 10 up in the front. And it'll just pull me around the corners. Actually, this is Dalton's car. We'll pull him around the corners. Dude, I'm excited for this dirt season. For the winter, or for the summer. I think the field is going to be stacked. And there's going to be lots of fast people out there. And it's going to, so the kids are going to be in this class now with me. And it'll be good. I need to get with a couple of the guys at the track, and so I can get help with Olivia's car, her her nitro, and then we can get her nitro up and running.
Oh, I like this. Is there a rule set posted for reaction comps? All right. I'll find them. I'll find them. Did they reskin the Losi Razor?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm just seeing somebody's custom build. I just was looking for the blue just looks different on their Facebook to me for some reason. Maybe because
what color did you get?
Side.
What color was yours?
I got the Fox one, the orange.
Okay.
Yeah. So was I looking up? I was looking up the rules.
Rules.
All right. So reaction RC. I'm pretty sure he has them on his
Yeah, why don't you make, since he's already
Okay.
traveling, you should make him just swing by reaction on the way out or on the way back.
It's quite a ways out of the way.
Nah, it's right there.
Posts, reviews. Isn't there like a reels, photos, more? I thought you could have like
Ugh.
posts that had rules. Let me just search see if there's a.
I just realized I still have to do some graphics for Die Hard tonight. I almost finished them, but then we had some sponsorship changes for the track, so I gotta throw those bad boys on there. Dude, I'm so pumped about these battery plugs for the girls.
Yeah.
Like super pumped about them.
Here we go. Keep scale trucking fun. I'm trying to get this post. Damn it. Let me just share this. All right. I'm just going to do this.
Do it.
I use the search feature better than Harley on Facebook. Searched rules on the Reaction RC Facebook page and found the pictures of their rules. So you got to get to the 124 scale. I should have just sent this one page. Shoot, yeah, it's just one page. Doesn't say how we do the penalties and all that. Well, in all the other ones, it does talk about the rules, like how you go through penalties, reverse, hand of God, off course, and it does set the points. So it's the same thing. Judge pull, winching, did not finish, boundary, gate markers, off course repairs, hand of God, reverse. And then later on, it has the 124th rules for the classes. He's not worried about penalties. Well, these rules are lax enough that you could find a lot of ways to push them because we don't typically deal with people like you that look for rules to break. Well, it doesn't say this, or it's not very clear, so I'm going to push that one.
Yeah.
No, we do have some people like that. It's not malicious. I'm just joking about it. But the people that like hurt their brains work in another way that can think of, oh well, I could do this. It doesn't say I can't. Like
Right,
Venture
right.
RC, right? And they're like, you know what? Can't have carrier bearings. All right, can't have this.
Right.
All right, can't have. This was March 22nd, so I think this is pretty
current.
Pretty current. 1.0 wheels only. No carrier bearing setups allowed. It does say that there. Battery must be chassis mounted. So yeah, none of the batteries on axle stuff. No four-wheel steer. That's only for class 3. Like that's our. Still looks like a truck, but very heavily modified, big tires, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anything above chassis, all that goes right to class 4. Whether or not you have 4 steer, you can choose whether or not you want to add 4 steer, but you can cage it out, do whatever you want. So,
nice.
Did that link work? Yeah, Harley is great at interpreting the rules and finding loopholes. Yeah, I remember those bending of the rules, and you have to build everything yourself. Oh, but we can actually send it to send, cut, send, and that somehow counts as building it ourselves, even though we had somebody else build those parts. But you know, we could split hairs over things. And whether or
You're
not I
not
might
hol-
have gained
good,
a
good,
position, that still was not a winning position.
good thing you're not holding on to that or anything.
Yeah, I'm not holding on to it. I just have to listen to the king talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
He says I got it. But yeah.
Has the video leveled out at all, or should I move it back?
My end is pretty crisp.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if I should bring it back over to where I was, because it's kind of over the shoulder right now. There we go. Now I gotta adjust his rear camber and put some shims.
Roller Tracks is in the house.
Nice. I wish there was a way to get this shim kit better. No one has them, and they're like massive shims because they're washers, but they're like huge in diameter. I think they're like 4 or 5 millimeter for the hinge pins,
Yeah.
but they're just a pain in the butt. I was gonna see if so I don't know if anyone knows about this or not, but on the Apple TV, can you play games offline?
I'm
trying to set all
the
the-
game if it's downloaded and if it needs the internet to run. Harley seems shocked. You can 2 cars in one class? Yeah, we can have 2 cars in the same class if you're willing to pay it in.
There you go.
Yep. I think on non like comp nights. Why wasn't I showing it? I could have been showing it on here. I'm an idiot. Here, for the people that are wondering, here are the rules pages on reaction. So there's March 22nd, but I just searched rules. Talks about that a rig can only be entered once per class for point series events. If you want to run twice in a given class, have a second rig. So you can have, it's like a free practice run. It is like a free practice run. It's fantastic. If your cars are set up exactly the same. But we do that the same in monster truck racing. Does yours allow that? Like we would show up. That's why, you show up to an event, there's like 500 trucks.
Yeah.
It was like 20 guys. But we all brought like 5 for each class and paid for them all to enter.
Yeah.
Because the runs were only like 15 seconds to 20 seconds long. Can you play the game?
It looks like I can.
Offline? That's sick.
Let's see. The reason that we were talking about doing this at the track is because I can download like a big racing game, and then we can connect the controllers and actually play offline without having to plug in like another device.
Yeah.
Oh, versus AI.
So I will say this rule 5 here: if you use a kinetic winch and you still must pull the vehicle for assistance, then it's considered a hand winch judge pull. So you get scored for the winch plus the hand judge pull of another 5 points. We don't actually score it that way anymore because we do all winching externally just to speed it up. So we just consider being like, oh, your buddy's up there with a truck and he's sending down a winch line to you. And so, it has to stay. They have poles that connect to your car. You put it you tell them where to put it, and then they'll turn it, but it's like it's a winch 1 point from where that vehicle would be. And you hold the stick and you twist it and it pulls it. So that's how we do winching. Keep everything quick and consistent and even between everybody. So that actually hand pull thing isn't. We just call that a winch now. Every comp I've done was 1 rig and done. Yeah, no, we allow more than 1 in a class. Most of them aren't set up close at all. So
I don't know how this works.
Most people don't come in with two exactly identical trucks. And if you're watching anyway, you're seeing lines being done and you're kind of getting an idea. Whether you do it for your, 1.9 or 2.2 or whatever, however, like the last couple of weeks, I've only run 2 class 3s on the 24th comp, and they don't handle it all alike. They're completely different animals. Lines that I do with one, I can't do with the other. So, yeah, they're willing to take your money if you want to enter extra trucks. Let's just say that. I think it would only become an issue if it was getting too long with people running more than one trucks, like the days were getting too long.
Yeah.
But I think for now it's allowed. People are there just having fun.
Nice. It'd be nice to see. I can't figure out how to change the pitches here. Oh, I just got taken yard.
Oh,
See
he
ya.
smoked it. Oh, look at that. His arms look like beef tube arms.
I know.
This is an advertisement. Anybody looking to buy beef tubes? Pablo's enticing you.
High cheese. There we go. Forcing fastball.
Hey, Dr. President Legend Buck Dandy. How's it going?
Ooh, I got him 0-2.
So here's what you can do, Josh. You can build 2 identical trucks. You can run them. And then you can leave one of them back with me.
Is he doing this because he's going to have the Vanquish prototype 24 scale?
Oh, you should bring one.
These guys pretty cool.
So we've got, like, I talk a big game on here. We've got some really good guys though. Like, I'm middle of the road all day long. I can have my days where I'll come out and I'll win.
Yeah.
I'm not terrible, but I also don't have my trucks dialed in. I don't spend the time on them like some of these guys do. Like
Right.
Will, Dana, Travis, Kyle, some of those guys, like, yeah, they've got them dialed in. I could be second place or I could be 15th place. I could be first one week and then I could be at the bottom of the pack the next.
Yeah.
So it also depends what I'm running because I just switch it up. I'm just out there having fun, getting videos of my different trucks. So I'm still trying to learn the Venge one. I really like it. I'm struggling with the hard body. I might just have to change the body on it, but
I quit.
I'm in Arizona and the thought of a Vanquish 24 would make me want to do the drive. Was that supposed to be a relaxing break and it turned out to be not relaxing?
Well, can you hear me chewing on my cookie?
I can. Hey, can you show those straps again or the leads again now that the quality's way better?
Yeah, hold on.
Pink leads.
I'm trying to close my door. It's getting chilly in here. You need me to put my hand behind it?
Maybe. It's definitely crisper. Yeah.
So that's our logo. And look how massive these bullets are. Huge. And it's all pink.
5?
What's that?
What millimeter are those?
5, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got the pink balance lead with a DRC on it.
Yeah. I like
And
that.
then-
Just a huge thing on there. You can't mess it up. Just
Yep.
yeah.
And then my chargers have the XD60s on it. And then this.
Nice.
So yeah, we got 4 of them for the girls because what we're going to do is we're going to be charging them all together as a team. And yeah.
That's super cool. Are they different leads on them or no? Are they all the XT60?
They're all the same.
They're all
So
one off yours.
yep, because we're all pitting together.
Yep.
So we'll
You have enough power to run them all?
we use house power. So
I mean, enough charger power.
I have 2 chargers. Yeah. So I have the ISDT K2 Air, which is an awesome charger. And then I also have the Reedy, whatever the Reedy 2-channel charger is. And I always charge mine. I was talking to Jameson, PNW RC, PNW RC Life. I was talking to him about it, and a lot of guys charge them at like 10 amps or crazy numbers. But my batteries have lasted a long time, and I charge them at 1 amp. So, like, for instance, if it's a 2S, I set my charger for 2S, and then I say it's a 4,800 milliamp battery. I charge it at 4.8 amps, and then it just charges right there. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll charge at high voltage, and it charges faster. That's generally, I charge at high voltage. The problem is that per the rule book, you can only be at 8.4. Sometimes you can be at 8.42 for voltage, but high voltage charges over that, charges at like 8.6. So you just have to watch it and pull it off. A lot of the times, if we're so at like big races, what we'll do is we'll run the battery and then we'll immediately throw it on the charger because the battery just got drained. And so we'll throw it on the charger at high voltage and let it go all the way back up, and then we'll dump it down and then pop it back up again. But yeah, our batteries have all been pretty good to us, so that's nice. So they've lasted. We run, so all our batteries are Reedy batteries. And they've all kept up with us. I mean, I wouldn't say we're easy on our batteries by any means.
Yeah.
So we run a lot. So, but
I need to look up right now. I need to get some new Spectrum shorty packs.
oh yeah.
Or find out what the lead size was on them and get.
They're probably 5s. Most of that stuff is all 5, I thought. Like 5 millimeter. Or what you do is you get the ones that have the 2-in-1 from 5 to 4. It's like a little step down.
Yeah, I think I have the 5 millimeter ones. Yours just looks so much bigger than the ones I have.
Yeah, I get that. Just saying.
I'm gonna have to try these 6300 shorties.
Well, that makes a big difference too. Like for punch wise in a race,
Yeah.
like it's a trade off, right? So like we normally do turf racing on 4,800 milliamp batteries, but we have a couple 61s, and we're running at 135C discharge rate.
Yeah.
And the 61s will give you more punch through the end of the race. In the summertime, we run into heat soak every now and then, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, there's a lot of different like things that happen with this.
So Amazon has them for $20 cheaper than everybody else.
Whoa, do it.
They're only $80 on Amazon versus 100. But I'm gonna see what else there is. I just need, that's what I have are the 5, so I have to see what. I don't need it to be the smart batteries or whatever.
Yeah.
I just need to have the 5 millimeter connectors. Like here's CNHL ones for 5,200.
Those are pretty good batteries. Those are pretty good batteries. That's what Jameson runs. He runs those CNHL. I've had them.
I can get 2 of them for $63.
Yeah, so I've had them, and they work pretty well, but we're really hard on our batteries. And I think what happened, and this was my fault, I think what happened is I ran it too low, and they puffed on us. and they were so cheap that I didn't bother like trying to say anything about it. But for what the price is, yeah, I would suggest those because Jameson has a really good experience with them.
I just need to do the measurements and make sure they'll fit my. What I need them for is for my. They don't look like the right size though. They look like 4 millimeter. I guess I could get a step down.
Yeah, they should be 5 millimeter. The CNA shop. Mine were, and I know Jameson's are. Cool.
They look pretty big.
All set up. It should say it on the Amazon page.
They look, yeah. Oh, I'm looking at the Spectrum one again.
I gotta change all the shocks. All of our shocks need to be rebuilt. And now I need to redo Dalton's front diff because we changed setup on it. I need to put 10K in there, but I'll do that a different time. Or should I just do it now? I don't have the driver for it right
I say
now.
just do it.
Well, I don't have the driver. Like, that's in the house. I don't want to go in and get it. Oh, I forgot. That's what's nice about this setup is like, oh, you probably can't see it that much. We just hang them on the racks when we're done.
Nice. Those are the clips that you just get from the company?
Huh?
Those are just clips you get that work with that rack and they just hang on it?
Yep. So that's the Craftsman one. And yeah, they work good. They work real good. Oh, pills out. You're like, what batteries now? Dang, dude. Do I want to change this? I kind of have to, huh? Tony.
Did you mess it up?
I didn't mess it up. I'm just changing the setup on it. And I better do it right, because if I don't do it right, then his car is going to be all over the place. And then it'll be my fault. And then I'll feel bad. Not really. I won't feel bad at all, to be honest.
Why not?
Because he should be working on his own car. He's getting to that age. He's a total cool trickle, though. Like, he can drive anything, but he's just not into building, like not into wrenching on them at all. He can put his wheels on though. So there's that. But when it comes to
Actual
rest of the
wrenching, he's not.
yeah, no. But I keep on having to remind myself he's 10. Well, I guess he's turning 11 this summer. So he's young. Most 10, 11-year-olds don't wrench.
Right.
It's kind of an anomaly that Olivia's into wrenching.
RC takes the talk. Sexy. What up, pilot? Ryan. I like that description. That's funny.
What did he say?
I was reading Lyle. He went back and found the spot where we were talking about his channel coming back, and Yeah, I watched several of them. I watched his update one, and then I watched it where he's out on some Pickaninny trail, something else. He's got one more I haven't watched yet. At least I
Nice.
need to go back and watch it.
Well, I'm glad I ordered all these pills and stuff. I was like, I wonder if I'm going to have the right ones. Because I just ordered them before I looked at the car, assuming that I didn't have the right ones. Get in there.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the one of the TRX4 Ford on the trail, on the damn trail. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch that one later tonight.
There you go. You know, this would be a lot easier, Tony, if I took my shocks off.
Dude, you should have seen me when I was taking this thing apart. Like, what don't I have to take apart in order to put all this on? I
Right.
ended up having to take quite a bit off, all the link connections, and I'm tearing the motor down. I actually put in, while I did it, I put in metal gears in the transmission, switched out the motor to a Baby Goliath. There's quite a bit of little things that I did extra as I was in there tearing it down. So it ended up being about an hour and a half project to do the swap over. Maybe. I mean, that's because I'm videoing, and
Yeah.
I was also going, I walked away looking for new links. I thought for sure I had links I could put on it. And I didn't. I did not.
Getting a cramp in my foot.
Mm.
Don't like those. Not a fan. So
Shoot,
I
dude,
need to
we're going
figure
on
out.
2 hours almost. We need to wrap here in a minute. It's
Seriously?
After midnight. Yeah, it's after midnight.
Ah, dude, I got so much work to do still tonight.
Really?
Well, I got to finish those graphics tonight. I wanted
Oh,
to try to get to bed on time.
so we do need to wrap.
Yeah, I've been staying up late every night.
I know. That's been the thing since I started not working again and doing YouTube, trying to do YouTube again.
Yeah.
Just until either one, find something else to do, or two, get this going and decide to just keep with it. So in the meantime, just trying to fire it back up with the goal of hopefully doing it. Oh, there's one other thing I want to talk about tonight, and that's YouTube
Yeah.
and algorithms and whatever. And I found a guy I sent you. He's only been on since February. Has over 2,000 subscribers. Most videos have like 100 views. One of them has 12,000 views. So of those 12,000 viewers, to get 2,000 subscribers, that is a very, very high yield rate of subscribers to views.
Yeah, it is.
And then I started searching like buying subscribers and all this stuff, right? And I sent you a couple recently where I'm like, these numbers don't make sense.
Right. They're not adding up.
They're not adding up. And I looked, and there weren't reels that were pushing it. You know, like there's 13 videos he's made since February, and I remember that first 1,000 was so hard for me to get.
Right.
And so I'm like thinking, what's different? There is something different.
What is
There's
it?
now a promotion button.
Oh, that's right. Where someone else can promote you.
No, YouTube.
Yeah.
You can go into your channel and you can promote it. You can promote your videos. You can pay advertising to have your videos shown with a subscribe button right below it.
Interesting.
So you can fast track subscriptions if you're willing to pay for it.
Did
Now,
you look
hopefully
into it?
they're more legit. Hopefully they're more legit than going out and just being like Fiverr.
Yeah.
I want to grow 5,000 subs.
Did you look to see how much it was to do that?
It all depends. You're paying for views, right? You're not paying
Sure,
for
but
subscribers. They're saying you'll get, if you pay like $100, you'll get between 70,000 and 400,000 views
well,
on whatever video, potentially.
yeah, that's pretty good.
RC Jeep guy, I'd say people are getting more views because of people have gotten rid of cable television. Yes, except that this person hasn't gotten more views, but he's gotten 2,000 subscribers.
Right.
Another person I showed you, right, had only just over 1 million views on his whole channel, but he has 85,000 subscribers.
That's crazy.
Right. That was the first one I sent you.
Yeah.
Like 1.8 million views to your whole channel, but you have 85,000 subscribers. So percentage wise, views to subscriptions, that's insane.
Yeah.
If you only have that few amount of, it's not few, but 80,000 subscriptions. If it was 80,000 and you had 1 million, that's like, do the math. It's not 1/10. It's just under. It's like 8%, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy.
8% of your views turn into subscribers. So, yeah, I think it's beyond crazy. I think that maybe the promotion stuff has something to do with it. Maybe those videos
Well,
that
so
are
how do
getting
you
a high number
how
are
do you feel
promoted.
about that? Do you feel like it's gonna water it down, or what do you? Tell me how you
Well, I
feel.
mean, if
Tony.
they're paying to get people that actually want to watch their content, I have nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
Like if they saw it, like they paid to get it in front of people that didn't know they existed, and then they see it and they're like, "Oh, I would totally subscribe to this." Boom,
Right.
subscribe, right? Because they make it that easy. There's the subscribe button right there. Just start walking through that. Just start walking through that promotion thing and just see how it works and how it shows how they'll set up your video. It's interesting. Anyway,
Huh.
but I think that probably some people are doing just the old school Fiverr, just get click farm views or
You
subscribers. You know, you
mean
pay $30 on Fiverr and they guarantee you 5,000 subs or whatever, you know.
they still do
I'm
that?
sure some people do that.
I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. Like that was even
Views
possible.
for you. Buy YouTube subscribers fast.
Well, that doesn't seem
Artist
fair,
push.
Tony.
YouTube promotion. Buy subscribers, views, likes. QQ2. Buy YouTube subscribers fast and real growth. Safe. Yeah.
That doesn't seem fair.
Buy 1,000 YouTubers for $50.
But that doesn't really like subscribers is one thing if you're trying to hit benchmarks, like you're trying to get monetized.
I know.
But
That's why they have to check. I would think they've got to check you somehow.
But the thing is that does it really do anything for revenue?
Not if you're
Ad
not
rev?
really getting views. I mean, but there's some that'll just put it on and stream your stuff. They'll click on your playlist and let them roll, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
Man, it's getting chilly out here. I have no idea what temperature it is, but I'm in a coat and I'm like, my nose is cold.
Yeah, it's getting chilly up here.
I was like, what's going on? Man, it'd be nice if these cars are all set up. I wonder if how much of a difference it's going to make to have this set up on these cars. Hopefully, a lot.
Yeah, Brian's videos are awesome. What's a view anyways? My videos are long and a view does not equal watching the whole video. Right. That's why so often they go by time watched, right?
Right.
That's why the shorts don't help you, because if you count your videos and then you do an average, they pull down your average view time based on views. If you're doing views to view time watched, shorter videos typically bring that down. Because if you have a 1 minute video, if people watch the whole 1 minute video, that brings you to your whole thing down anyway. But if you do a 30-minute video and some people watch the whole 30 minutes, but some people watch 3, some people watch 8, some people watch 5, some bounce at 10 seconds. But that's even going to happen on your 1 minute video. Those longer views are going to help your average go up. So it's a weird thing, and YouTube screwed the pooch themselves on their whole subscriber model and views model and all that, with shorts for sure.
Yep.
Because you can be,
I wonder how much money they lost.
several 100,000 subscriber short person that just does a couple shorts that, get them a whole bunch of numbers, but it doesn't really mean anything for YouTube as far as retained length of viewing.
Watch time. Yeah.
Watch time. So it's all interesting.
I've been wanting to get back into it. I just don't know, like, if it's worth it to me. Like, well, part of it is, but for me, I'm in that kind of boat where, why is this not popping out? I'm in that boat where I haven't got the money from it ever. And which is my fault, not anyone else's fault. But 2, it's like sometimes I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze, as they say, because I'm not able to be super consistent with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Dude, why'd you tell me to do this? I'm like taking apart the whole back half of her car now. And now I'm like, well, maybe I should, maybe now's the time for me to rebuild her diff. It's a poor decision, Tony.
Yeah.
Poor decision.
Ryan says subs need to be engaged to drive the channel, or they don't really help other than vanity metrics.
Right.
Exactly. Max Paul, that's awesome. First short, you couldn't believe it. 1.7K views in 3 days.
Dang.
That's awesome.
That's really good.
RC Jeep guy. Simple rule to remember these days is everything is corrupt. And if you even think you're getting screwed, the reality is you are.
Yep.
And on that fine note of happiness,
truth.
cheer and joy from RC Jeep guy, who's saving one RC car at a time from the hands of me and Pablo.
Right.
We wish you a great night, you guys.
See ya. Next time we'll be at the track.